Good evening, YouTubers. Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is Frank the Vamp, and tonight, another special, very special edition. We're gonna talk about a director we haven't talked about before. His name is Clive Barker, and Mr. Barker, quite prolific director and producer and overall master of horror. He's been involved in movies such as Candyman, Lord of Illusions, Gods and Monsters, and of course, you know, the movie we're gonna talk about tonight, Hellraiser. So Hellraiser, it's a British American film that I actually hadn't had the pleasure of watching. Yes, I was shocked myself every time I would see the when it came out in 1987. I used to see the VHS cover. And I always thought, okay, here comes another cheesy, low budget movie that is not it's not gonna be any good. I was just a dumb kid. What did I know? I was a kid of 15 or something like that, and I just didn't know. I think I was even younger. I was 13, but I heard other kids talk about Pinhead and all that stuff, but I never paid attention. But little by little, over all the years, I seen the fandom, the growing fans of these films, and it has spanned. I think when this is being created, it's up to nine movies overall, so eight sequels. That's quite impressive. So obviously, um, Hellraiser, the Hellraiser's films have a following and a cult following, may I say. And but what makes this film so special? Why they're so cool? Is there something really scary and creepy about them? And short answer is yeah, for everything. It's actually there. Watching this film, surprisingly to me, my preconception of it, it's actually well conceived, well paced, well directed, well acted, pretty creepy at parts, nightmarish visuals. This is fantastic. Why wasn't I into this? I don't know. Dumb kid once again. But now that I'm a little more mature here, and I think I definitely did enjoy watching Hellraiser, and I wish you enjoy it too. I really recommend if you haven't had a chance to watch this. But let's talk about what makes this so special. So first of all, we have of course, directed by the awesome Clive Barker. Andrew Robinson. It's acting as Larry and Frank later in a complicated thing that I'll explain a little later. Andrew Robinson is a great actor. He always plays the bad guys. I remember him from the Dirty Harry films in the late '70s, and it seems like he always plays the bad guy wherever he goes. He's done several movies here and there, but he always plays the bad guy, and he's an awesome bad guy. We have Claire Higgins as Julia, Sean Chapman as Frank Cotton, and we're gonna mention a special role by Doug Bradley, better known as the lead Cenobite, and more better known as Pinhead. More about him later. Okay. So what's the plot? All right. So Frank goes into some kind of Middle Eastern. Let me see if I can find out what it was. Morocco. Okay. So he goes to Morocco and he buys this weird puzzle box, and at first, it's not. It's kind of a mysterious. I think it's sort of a homage for the. Have you guys ever seen the Monkey's Paw, where you buy some curious trinket on a market in a Middle Eastern setting, and then this thing turns out to be a demonic weird thing. Well, yeah, this kind of turns out to be a really messed up little box that you should never touch, and if you do, you're gonna pay for it big time. So Frank's really not smart, and he picks his box up, and then he's toying with it, and apparently gets sucked out into this parallel universe, and weird. Uh, and we go a little forward where his brother Larry and his wife move. They move in to this house, trying to rekindle their relationship, and it's kind of a bad move on Larry because turns out that his brother Frank, which has disappeared and nobody knows where he is, but he's kind of a freaky dude and he could be in jail or dead, says his brother Larry, so they don't know where he is. He just left his clothes and things there, but he doesn't know that he got sucked into the other dimension. Um, Larry's wife actually had a affair before with I think her name is Julia. What I want to say, um, the wife. Yeah, Julia. So Julia goes into these vivid memories of the affair she had with Frank, and apparently Frank, no pun intended, related to me. All right, that just happens to be the character's name. Frank's such a cool dude in bed, apparently. I don't know where that came from, but anyways, Julia is quite infatuated with him. That says to him that she'll pretty much do anything, but apparently Frank wasn't having it and left her, and so she had no more choice but to marry Larry. And that, of course, didn't turn out to a very sad relationship. So she goes in there, starts watching some of the old pictures, and realizes that she still cares about Frank Sting, pretty much, his animal powers. And Larry accidentally, while moving some stuff, gets cut on the hand and starts bleeding all over the basement, the attic where Frank was disappeared. And turns out that the blood resurrects or brings him back from the other dimension. Frank, and then appears to Julia, but he's not quite himself. He looks like something out of Harry Potter when Lord Voldemort wasn't quite human yet. Some kind of flesh, weird, really well done creature that is really freaking scary, to be honest. And he says to Julia, "Hey, I need human blood, so you're gonna have to start killing people, so to bring me totally back to this dimension, because I gotta run away from the Cenobites. More on them later." So, the wife says, "Okay, because I like your thing so much, I'm gonna just start killing people because of it." Yeah, Julia is what you just think she is. She's pretty much a whore, and she's not a good one at that. She starts killing people, bringing them back to the house, killing them, and using the blood to resurrect um, Frank. So just alone on that plot, man, it has you going, man. You really want to see what's going to happen. What's she going to do to Larry? What's going to happen to the rest of it? Oh yeah, they also got a teenage daughter that doesn't live with them, and it's all kinds of weird things and tensions. And so when he's resurrecting, he's also starting to look like Frank because it was his blood that he originally. So that's why the actor. That's why Andrew Robinson actually comes in and and plays two roles. His regular darky self and his Frank combined character that it's actually a real murderer and a bastard beyond belief. And that's a good job playing that role. Um, but that's not that steals the movie. Believe it or not, I counted. The movie's pretty good. If that was all the movie was about, I would have liked it. It was really well acted, really well directed. Everything was good. The special effects were really damn good, but the movie went up like through the roof to me when the Cenobites appeared. Okay, what's a Cenobite first of all? A Cenobite, it's some kind of member of a religion group. In this case, these guys that could be from another dimension that may or may not be hell. It's hell. I don't care what this thing says, it's hell. I mean, these things can only come from hell. These are horrible things. They don't have any sympathy or empathy, or they just pretty much selfish bastards that apparently like a lot of weird, messed up sex. That it's really, really bizarre. That the pain is so hard that you can't know. They can no longer distinguish what is good. I mean, what is pleasure and what is pain. They have blurred out the thing so much, and they looked at it. One dude is fat blob dude. There's one that literally his skin is upside. His skin is right side out. I don't know how to say it. It looks with his teeth, and that thing comes out at me. I will scream, um, dude. Then we have a woman. Is oh man, they're all horrible, but one of them stands out, and that's Mr. Dog Bradley, which is the lead Cenobite named Pinhead. Pinhead, man, gave me the creeps. Those pins all over his face, dude. I mean, he literally is there like 5 minutes in the movie, like for reals. I'm sure he's much more in the sequels, but that little bit that he plays scares the heebie-jeebies out of me. He is so these things that come from hell. They are very, very upset that Frank escaped their grasp, and they're gonna make someone pay. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But so what makes this film awesome besides the great plot, the great acting, the scary visual, nightmarish scary visual, the great special effects, um, the Cenobites. Dude, I really want to see more of them. I'm gonna watch more films. I'm watching the second one. I want you guys to, comment on it. You know, if you liked it, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, do go run and see it, man. This was really good. I was blown away how good it is. I give this film an A plus. This film is an A plus film, man. It's really cool. Like in horror things, it's a must see. I'm so glad I watched it. Um, I kind of regret a little bit not watching it before. Probably if I was younger, it would have scared me even more. So man, what can I say? Well, this is this been Hellraiser, man. Um, some of the some of the other things that I wanted to talk about in future videos are just to let you give a little preview of what I have in mind. I have another versus foreign original against American remake, and when we're doing the film, let me in and let the right one in. The vampires, cool, and we got also a classic movie, classic horror review, which is a comedy horror, but I really enjoyed this film, which is called The Fearless Vampire Killer by Roman Polanski, and the also known as Dance of the Vampires, depending on what part of the world you are at. And that's about it for this video, man. I hope you enjoy Hellraiser. I would recommend to watch it with the lights off. Don't play with that box, man. That puzzle box is gonna make you pay. It's not a Rubik's cube, dude. Just saying. Have a good evening. Enjoy the videos. Bye.